BloodZelos, welcome back to another house tutorial. Today we're going to do a simple survival house because the last couple tutorials I've done have been some pretty big complex things that would be a little bit hard to build in survival. So today we're going to tackle a build here that I think, where am I trying to look? That I think will be really nice, something you could almost build on your first day in survival and it would look pretty cool. So we're going to go ahead and get right into that. I do have a couple things of business to say though before we get too far. Number one, I want to do a video. A friend of mine gave me an idea for a video, basically how not to build, where I break every single building rule that I've ever talked about and I build a terrible house. And I think it'd be kind of funny and kind of fun to do. So if you want to see that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, make sure to leave a comment on some of the things that I always tell you guys not to do. Obviously I remember some, but if there's probably some things that I tell you guys not to do ever that I have gotten completely wrong, or that I've completely forgotten. So if you can remember any of those things, leave them in the comment section so I know and I don't miss anything like that. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is just a pretty simple starting design, and it's something you see all the time. Nothing fancy about this, but it's just gonna be a nice little pattern here. And what was the second? I said I had 2 things of business to go over, and so far this is just 1. I'm not sure what the second one was, I'll hopefully remember, but what I can say is I wanted to thank everyone a ton for the comments lately. Like, I've been getting so many comments on my videos the last couple videos, and I don't know why. Like, it's weird. All of a sudden everyone decided they should just comment. I love that. I love reading comments. It's a ton of fun. So so thank you all for that, and also don't forget to leave a like if you enjoy, because those are huge motivators. And I've been getting a lot lately, and that's partly why I've been uploading more often, and it's just a win-win for everyone. So that's that. Okay, so I talked about the how not to build video. That's cool. I'm going to probably gonna cut here in a second so I can remember, because I know the other thing I wanted to talk about was important, but I can't remember what it was. And so that being said, I should probably do that. But we're just gonna build the first part of the house here. We're gonna build the base, and then we're gonna do the roof. So this is what we got going on so far. Hopefully nothing I've done is so complicated that you can't just like, you know, follow along. But I'll start talking about the house now. So we're gonna go ahead here, and on all of these, on the back windows actually, we'll do upside down and right side up staircases. And this isn't really medieval because I'm using window panes, and I'm using window panes because it's you're just really hard to get like stained glass, or it's harder to get stained glass in survival. And again, this is supposed to be like a nice survival house, so I'm trying to make it easy to get everything that you're gonna need in this build. So let's go around, and we're gonna now do some stairs, and we'll go ahead and drop those down. The last one of these videos, I did like a simple starter house kind of video a while ago, and it did really well, so I thought I would do another one just because I know, as great as, you know, big buildings are, a lot of people like to just see, you know, nice little things that that they can do in a day or 2 on Minecraft, and still make it look nice too. So that's why we're doing this video. What we're gonna do here on these sides is have a little bit of fun. We're gonna need this is the first time I've ever done something quite like this, so it'll be a little bit of a change of pace. We're gonna need ourselves a dirt block. Well, here first, oh no, we'll do the dirt block first. We need a dirt block, we'll put it right there, and obviously we're gonna do some fancy stuff to that. But what we wanna do here is take a half slab, and then fence post, and then we'll put a staircase here, put that there. We're gonna come back to that dirt and decorate it a little bit. Then we'll go do the same on this side. So again, we'll have a half slab on each side. We'll have a dirt block in the middle. That's gonna have a flower pot. You probably could have guessed that if you know anything about my building. So the flower pot. And then we're gonna do that again, and then we have our fence post and our fence post. That's gonna give us some decoration here. You can go ahead and take some trap doors right here and just throw that on the side. This house does use a fair amount of trap doors because since it is a small and simple house, obviously it needed to be decorated a lot, or it would just not have worked, because you gotta decorate it. But these are it's all decorated with items that I'm fairly sure you can get pretty easily in regular good old Minecraft, so I'm not too worried about that. We're gonna go on to the 3rd block and actually drop down a button everywhere. Not the 4th, just the 3rd. The roof is pretty fun in this one, and the roof is, a lot of times the roof is what makes my builds, and for sure the roof is gonna have a pretty big effect on this house. We're actually gonna go ahead and put another dirt block right there, and we'll do the same thing with the trap doors, and I will go ahead and put flowers in everything, and I will show you that here in a second. Okay, so that is the bottom of the house done. I went ahead and I put a flower pot in the front, and on the others I just put flowers without a pot. I do remember the other thing I was going to ask. I was going to ask, someone suggested I do a building world tour, as in I basically fly you guys around this world, which probably has about 50 or so builds in it, and I just do a quick little tour of it and tell you guys about the builds, tell the stories behind them, and it might be a good way for those of you who are new to the channel or so to find other tutorials you want to watch. And I could even, if I'm not lazy, put a link to every single build that I've done in the description if you want that. So if you'd like that, also leave a comment saying that that's something you'd watch, or leave a like, show that you want that, and I would love to do that video, but I only want to do it if there's enough interest in it. Other than that, let's get back to the house. We're gonna do the roof next. Okay, so here is just about everything you're gonna need for the roof, and you'll need a little bit more. But what we're gonna do here is we're gonna start from the back, because it will be a lot easier to just start from the back. And the base roof, the base idea for this roof is gonna be something I've done plenty of times, but we're gonna mix it up because I do obviously try and mix things up every build just to keep things unique and flowing, and so it's not super boring and all that good stuff. So we have 3 right there, and then on the front here, under this window, we're gonna put an upside down stair. Then we'll have 3 right side up, upside down, right side up, and you've all seen this before. I've done this 3.5 million times, but we're gonna go ahead and do something like that. Now what we're gonna do is we're going to place a log here and a log here. We're gonna have a nice little kind of front window going on. That's the idea, and this is gonna come up and around like that with cobblestone. We'll actually have a window right there, looking something like that, and you can go ahead and put trapdoors on all 3 of those right away. So you'll have something going on like that. Now, the next step here is to have, and this is where it starts to get confusing, so we'll come back to that. This roof is, I suck at roofs actually. They're so difficult. They're really difficult. Let's put a stair here and a stair here, and then this is going to be stone. We'll do our normal routine like that. So these on the back here are all going to be dark oak wood. Love dark oak wood, like that. So we have this going on. We can go back to the front here and repeat that on the other side. It's a very symmetrical house, which is okay, definitely okay. So we'll have that going on. And then what we're gonna wanna do here is find ourselves some of these, and we don't need the cobblestone anymore. And we also, okay, we need stairs. So we're going to go ahead and build this up like so. So I think we'll have will that work? Yeah. So we'll build it up like that, right there. And then what we can actually do is, let's see, which is it gonna be? These 3 here will become upside down stairs. I always love to have a little bit of definition in my roof. Everyone and their mother knows that. So we have 1, 2, 3, 1, oopsies, 1. And then over here, we're gonna have our upside down stairs again, just like this. And now what we're gonna do is basically just fill in the roof, and then we'll play the breakout game. So once we've filled in the roof, then we'll come back and break everything out. Because it's kind of hard to like know exactly where you need blocks to be before you've put them in. So once you kind of get them in, so go ahead and just fill in your back. And then on the top here, we'll do our good old half slabs coming across just like this. And there's a chance that some of this is actually gonna need to be changed. Again, like I said, a lot of times I do these and then I go back and fix it after I've kind of built the base. So we're just trying to build our kind of base formation. What we can do right now though is take our dark half slabs. This is something I don't usually do. We're gonna place them on the underside of all of these stone brick stairs, except for the last one there. And that's just gonna change the roof up. Again, this is not a medieval build, which is why I can do that, because it's not really something you'd ever expect on a medieval build. But because this is more of like a modern cabin that would look medieval, I guess, kind of like a, I don't know, something like that. So that's why we can do that. Let's go ahead and clear the weather. And wow, I'm not actually lagging from that rain. That's so beautiful. There we go. When I clear it, I guess I start to lag, which is kind of weird. So what we're gonna go here is we're gonna finish the back up entirely before we come to the front. So go ahead and just fill in your back. And now that the back is filled in, we can break out this block here, and we can break out this block here. We'll take a half slab under the top of that stair, and another one under the top of this stair. We'll go ahead and put a window pane on each of those just to mark off what we're gonna do. Then we're gonna break next to each window pane, and we're gonna put in a solid block. I've done this kind of thing many times before too. At least I know I did it on my steampunk house. I'm not sure how many actual times I've done it. Then a half slab across the top, trapdoors on each side. And this gives us a little bit of our rear windows. So that gives the back of the roof a little bit of definition. What we can go here and do on the sides while we wait to get onto the front, which is going to be scary, is on this block right here, we'll throw in a fence post. Oh, not that. Then we'll drop in some trapdoors there too. That just gives us a little more shape on these parts. Again, because it is a survival house, it's kind of small. We at least want to detail everything, and I know that trapdoors and fences are not that hard to make in survival, so I don't think it's too hard to ask anyone to do that. Over here, we're going to do right side up. And then, oopsies, right side up, upside down. We're gonna leave it at that. Usually I would do one more, but so right side up and upside down. And now we get on to the little bit more challenging part of the roof here, which is gonna be the front. Alrighty, there's only one thing I needed to check up on. Basically what we need to do here is we need a sideways log here, just going straight across the top like that. I suppose it could be right side up to it. Actually, it's completely your choice. But we're gonna have ourselves a nice little log going like that. We're gonna bring this across the top out to here. And then we'll go ahead and we'll drop in that. That's the top of our roof. Now we get to have a little bit of fun here. We're going to just play the good old connection game. And I don't like recording any part where I build with stairs because it's really slow. And building with stairs is just not that much fun, which is usually why I cut when I do that. But we'll go ahead and do something like that. On the other side again, we're gonna have our logs going like this. Now from the inside, you'll have to clean it up. I did do a little bit of interior when I built this house the first time. It's not that hard. It's definitely easy to make it a 2-story house, which is nice. Everyone likes 2 stories. We don't need that there. And then we'll bring this across. Now we go ahead and take our stone, and this will come out there and there. And then over here, it will come out here and here. Now right here, I did another one of these nice little pointy things. I always refer to them as Nordic, and I know that's probably super wrong. But I do, so I'm sorry for that. Go ahead and do that, and I don't know why that broke. My mouse has been double clicking really weirdly lately. It's kind of annoying. We'll do the half slab thing again under these two, and that will give us a shape looking like this. Last but not least, we're gonna throw in some fence posts right there. And that is basically the house itself that is done. I think that's it. Is that it? Oh no, we have to do a chimney. Oh, chimney. Wow, I am glad I didn't forget that. That's a pretty big step here, so. Again, detail, and it's not that bad, so we're gonna take some stone brick. We're gonna take a one of these things, stone fence, and then we're gonna find our stone slab, and then we're gonna find our cobwebs, and we'll build a nice simple chimney. Whoopsies. Now, I did the chimney when I built this. I did the chimney in this block right here, this corner. You can kind of pick whatever corner you want, but I thought this one made the most sense. And it's not a very tall chimney. We don't want it to be too big or it's gonna look kind of awkward, so that's about good right there. And then we'll go ahead and we'll let these come kind of flying out the back. Kind of something like this, and we have our smoke coming out. So there you go. That is the house. Let's get on. There's a couple different decoration techniques, or one different decoration technique I used this time that I haven't ever used before, which I thought would be kind of cool, and it did turn out actually pretty cool. So you're gonna need your tree, and you're gonna need bone meal here, and then you can just pick a block. I'm gonna use glass for the sake of this, and actually go ahead and grab some vines too. So we'll have something going on like that. Now the vines kind of just throw around in this area, completely up to you. But we'll do some there, and maybe put some like here, a vine right there. That's up to you. But what we're gonna do here is we're gonna surround the house in trees, but we don't want to surround it in normal trees. We want to surround it in giant trees, because giant trees, it just seems like the kind of house that you'd find like tucked away in the forest. So what we're gonna do here is place down a tree, and we're gonna surround that sapling with glass blocks, just like this. Now when we bone meal it, we are guaranteed to get a nice large tree. This is a trick I learned pretty recently, actually. I had never used this before, so you might have to sit there for a little while and just keep bone mealing, but are you joking? I've done that like 15 times in the when I did this build last time, and every single time I got a big tree. And that time I didn't, so I'll be right back. Okay, well I don't know why it didn't work the first time, and then I deleted the tree and I tried again, and I also got a small one, and I'm not sure why, because again, I did like 7 of these around the first time I built this house, and it worked every single time, but it looks like it might work for sure here if we go ahead and raise the glass up 1 block higher. So if we do it like that, hopefully we are guaranteed a bigger tree. And it worked on the one behind me here, or behind the glass here, but we'll see if it works again this time. So you go ahead and you just sit there and click for like 30 minutes. I'm not sure why it's not growing right now. And then you supposedly will get a tree. Did I miss? Nope. This is really frustrating. There we go. There we go. Okay, so we have a nice looking tree there. Oopsies. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go around the house, and every 10 blocks or so, whatever this distance is, we're gonna put in a giant tree. Then we're gonna come back, and between the giant trees, we're gonna just put in some nice small trees, and you'll see how that all looks when it's done. Once you've done that, you end up with something that looks a little bit like this. Run around all the trees you just made with some bone meal, and you get yourself a really nice looking house, kind of tucked away into the woods, and it's pretty fancy. And the best part about it is it did not take a lot of supplies. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of different items here, but it's not that hard to make trapdoors or glass panes or cobblestone or find wood. And obviously you can use oak, you don't have to use dark oak. It's not a hard house to make. It's something you could make in the first day or 2 of your Minecraft experience, and you'd have a lot of fun. So if you enjoyed, please do leave a like. I hope you learned something from this build. The next tutorial will be something a little bit bigger and more complex, but I thought it would be nice to do something nice and easy that anyone could do. And there we go, it's raining again. This is ridiculous. But the 2 things that I need answered in the comment section, make sure you do this, are 1, Should I do a video on how not to build, where I go ahead and I just do everything wrong? And if I should, make sure you leave comments on everything that I should not do on that build. And 2, should I do a video where I fly around the build world and tell you a little bit of the story behind every single build, some of which haven't even had videos, and then, you know, link all the videos in the description, and maybe even put the world up for download in that video. So answer those 2 things in the comment section for me. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. The support has been amazing in the comment section the last couple of videos. Keep it up. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.